It's relapse. You didn't report for May, June, July, it's 2020.
All right, thank you.
He called in and said, I'm doing heroin because he didn't report, and they said he admitted during those periods of time to being on heroin. He's calling in to confess.
Just
It would be an add-on.
oh, yeah.
He had originally had a one, but I think something like here. So I figured if she decided to give him a body down, you heard that.
You're right. He stands up.
Thank you.
This was one that Bill, just, I think last week. Yeah, I think it was last week. It was just like to pay a restitution, and that's.
Okay, awesome. Jason, you are starting the day off great for us.
Well, after I did, I think I dismissed it last night, yesterday. I think I signed like about 15. So it'll be like-
Well, you know what? I will tell you, when I was in the district attorney's office, that's why I always say, I don't believe in handling things on the back end.
Yeah.
We investigate on the front. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
That's fine. Yeah. I was in the- Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
All right, everyone. Today is, why do I have Thursday's docket? Let me see if I can find Tuesday's docket, because today is Tuesday, correct? Okay, here we are. So it can still be great. Today is the day I'm going to have all files. We're going to start our jury trial on time. It's going to be a beautiful day. When I call your name, I need you to stand up. If you can, let me know you're here. If you don't answer, I'm going to assume you're not here and a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Santuan Wilson. Abelardo Torres. Okay, it's not showing up, but. Melissa Castilla, how do you pronounce that?
Castilla.
Thank you. And custody is Daniel Derone. John Stephen Meyer.
Present, Ron.
Thank you. David Leon. David Leon. Ooh, Deputy, I'm getting some.
Yes, it's
Dakari Jackson.
Morning, Judge. Present.
Thank you. Alejo Aguirre. Alejo Aguirre. Joseph Rentala. In custody, we have Joe Vitella. Joseph Andazua.
Present, Your Honor.
Xavier Garcia.
in custody, Your Honor.
Juan Garcia Sanchez. Juan Garcia Sanchez. Deputy Lord, there is absolutely zero line downstairs. So all of these people who are not here, make sure they go in the box instead of the front row. Alicio Perez Rodriguez, custody. Javier Zabeda, custody. Edgar Alcantar Salazar. Chris Lind is in custody. Rodney Green. Sean Branch, custody. Emola, no,
Imanol,
thank you. Ramirez Leal. Laura, that's you? Thank you. Jeremy Thomas, custody. Is there anyone who's present and your name was not called? Sir, what's your name?
Jack.
Jack, what? Hinson. All right, do you know who your attorney is? All right, you should know because this is felony court. These are important cases. You're going to find out who your attorney is and whether or not you should be here today, okay? All right, everyone, these are the rules of the court. Number one, we're starting a jury trial today. So any cases that do not work out, you will be going to jury trial. Number two, prosecutors have files over here. This is criminal trial division side. This is family violence side. They're still working on a new catchy name for their division other than family violence side. I try to keep the center of well as least congested as possible. So just grab whatever your file is, sit it on the prosecutor's desk, have a seat. And it's a Friday and a Monday because of the holiday. So this is just a laid back Tuesday. So everyone be kind to each other, be patient. And guys, I know you have that inner pocket in your suit jacket. If you're someone who doesn't have patience, share a little bit with them. All right, everyone, please confer. And Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens, you said you would be here at 8:50 and you were.
Judge, I was.
You were. You were early.
That was Mr. Mack.
Yes. Well, I had no doubt. You always make sure your clients are in court early.
You know, you need to tell them those things.
Yeah.
And smart.
There you go.
We have a.
John Meyer.
I need
All right, Mr. Meyer. Well, that rubber band broke. All right, and Mr. Stevens, you're on that side. State. Mr. Meyer, we're going to go on the record for a motion for continuance. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 9302 and 2023 CR 056B, State of Texas versus John Meyer. Could I party announce for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Judge Mark Stevens, I'm appearing in behalf of Charlie Meyer. I'm Charlie Baird. I'm not on the case, but he's in trial in Austin right now.
All right. Mr. Meyer, do you have any objections to Mr. Stevens standing in for the purposes of this motion for continuance only?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Right. So state, I'm being told that the defense is in trial and the court is in receipt of two motions for continuances. The motions are in proper format and notarized. Is there any objections to the motion for continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the motion for continuance will be granted. Mr. Meyer, I'm going to reset your case because it appears that he's trying, I guess, an aggravated sexual assault and continuous sexual abuse.
Correct.
I'm assuming that'll take 2 weeks. If it takes more than 2 weeks, Mr. Stevens will let the court know. We're off the record. And I'm going to give you a date. Let me see what date. I'm going to recall you back May 15th. Could I have a reset form, please? And then Mr. Stevens, if he's still in jury trial in Travis, let him know he won't have to file another motion for continuance. You can just come in and let the court know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Thank you, Mr. Garahan. So Mark, what do you have on today other than being here?
I have, they're gonna bring one of my clients over to the P26, Your Honor, and I'm gonna visit her.
Well, look, you came here first. I appreciate that. All right, so Mr. Meyer, on this May 15th date, when you come back on that date, we're going to give you a jury trial date. So the May 15th date is not your jury trial date, but since it's on the 15th, it may end up coming back on the 6th for jury trial. You understand? Because you're up for trial. All right. Criminal Trial Division, are you the week of the 15th for jury trial day?
Sorry, Judge?
Are you all the week of the May 15th for jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So on the 15th, if your attorney is out of jury trial, when he comes, he'll have a chance to confirm with the state. And then if things don't work out, we're going to come back on the 16th, potentially for your jury trial.
Yes,
And I'm extending plea debt May 15th since you have a new attorney.
yes, ma'am.
All right. If Mr. Stevens, if you'll come around. Why do people reach through that? I have no idea.
So my arms were longer than this guy. John. Sign right there.
But we can use them.
Okay. Oh,
I signed Mr. Baird's name by me, but
okay. Here. Thank you. I gave him the 15th. They'll be on jury trial the 16th. Well, let me put you down. I'm sorry, Mr. Stevens. Let me put you down. The court coordinator is saying May 8th. So I'm going to put you down for May 8th instead. Let me change that. Because we have impact court available.
and I'm pretty confident, Judge, that Mr. Baird will be in trial, so I just come back on that day.
Yeah, come back on May 8th. And then if he's still in trial, we'll put it back for the 15th. Okay. But if it doesn't go to trial on May 8th, then we'll move you to May 15th and that will still be your plea date, okay?
Yes.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you all are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Manuel?
I can send you the Zoom link. You can send it.
You're welcome.
We're just making it.
Don't you think that would?
Excuse me, can you pull this file? Oh, thank you.
Have a good day.
And Norma, can you have Mr. Cox come up, please?
Opposite the last one. We did try.
All right, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Yes.
Yes, I will. Yeah, so it didn't work.
Norma, has the jury already been ordered? Yeah.
Yes, please. Sorry. At 11 o'clock. Yes, sir. Norma. Ferguson, before you go, when you- Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir.
Give you an update.
You can get one.
Okay.
Do you have a file there?
A veces.
Where's Javier? Cepeda?
They requested him, we thought we had him, but apparently he's still on his way. I wanted to alert the court that in a few minutes, I'm gonna have to leave because I have a sentencing in federal court. A block of 2 blocks away.
Mhm.
And I've conferred with everybody in the courtroom, so whenever the court wants to pick it up, I don't know if we need him, I'm not gonna call him as a witness.
All right, yeah, we do need him.
I know. We have the court summary as well.
Okay. Thank you.
It's on our dock. Mr. Myers' case, they still haven't put in their amendments. I still have. Daniel Douglas and
All right, just call it back on the 8th, and both of those attorneys need to be here.
Other chances, maybe we don't think one, 5 times, all that. So we started and then we went on for 3 years. One of these is on for the last two. Yeah. We give it all a chance, especially for snakes. He's on the line. He's on the
So Deputy Laura, is his client coming up?
They brought the wrong person because this way.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah. That's nice.
What's his attorney? All right, so Norma,
So,
before he leaves, see if Kelly Green or Bob Burns can come over. Okay, all right, thank you. So just have a seat, sir.
thank you. He's also, yeah, I just. Should get another. Yeah. To say, well, but I'm not trying to be here.
Okay.
I'll get with you in a moment.
I say working hard. Very hard.
Joseph Rentala, who's the prosecutor on this?
What is it?
So,
It's
Your
a
Honor,
solicitation of prostitution.
Your Honor, we'd applied for PTD. We've been accepted in the PTD.
Yeah, I'm asking who's the prosecutor.
Lindsay Shaw, Judge.
All right. All right, so has the application been filed?
It's been filed and approved, and we've signed the contract.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a date for this case. All right, we'll see you back on June 8th.
Thank you very much. Your Honor.
You're welcome. Dakari Jackson,
Morning, Judge, President.
good morning. All right, State, did you tender an offer? All right, and I need an acknowledgement of discovery done.
Not yet, Judge. We're still waiting on DNA and lab results on this case.
Yes, Your Honor, and we will be reaching out to the lab to find out when it will be tendered over.
All right, and Ruben, I know you didn't indict this. I don't know why people are indicting cases and don't have DNA results, if that's the crux of the case. That's just me and my 2 cents. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset.
June 8th.
We'll,
Sorry, June 5th.
all right, we'll be back on June 5th. All right, thank you. Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form. Hi,
I
yeah.
forgot to let the court know on June 5th, I'm out of town. Can I do June the 8th?
All right, can I see the file, please?
Jackson.
All right, June 8th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, is that a discovery hearing you're setting for? Is this regular?
Yeah, it's discovery so that he can obtain the DNA results.
How this. Back on, that's the first copy.
Mhm.
Back on the 10th of April, I just haven't been able to get back in again. There, I think it's the next to last page is the presentment page. All I'm asking at this point is that you acknowledge present. I think, say both of us will need a copy of that transcript. If they-
What transcript is this?
Cases on this one here. This is, it was tried.
All right, so
back in June.
here's my question. Here's my question. When is this set for jury trial, Ms. Ferguson?
16th.
All right, so I don't know why it's late transcript, but if that transcript is not ready by that date, this is going out of,
All six of them. Don't send it. I doubt that we do that.
Hmm?
I doubt that we try to six at one time, but
oh, we'll see what happens.
and I explain why it's late and the body of the thing is because of why people
Mhm.
hospice. Passed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm asking for you to rule. Just-
Oh, no, I'll get you, you can have the transcript. You'll need to contact the, who was the, Ms. Ferguson, can you check and see who was the court reporter on Wetron? Was it, Demas?
8564. Right back to. In impact thing. I don't remember. What it was.
Ah,
No,
okay, well, if it was impact, then it wouldn't be Demas. So they'll have to track down who the court
I'm
reporter.
guessing it was impact. I don't know. You were not here at the time, as I recall, so I don't.
Yeah. I think it was,
I'm not remembering a lot of stuff during that period. But
yeah, no, if it was impact, then it wouldn't have been the court report here.
I don't know who it was.
Okay,
I just, I don't know.
so they'll try to
Okay, it's
look
back.
that up. Yes, and
Sure.
you may want to see if she can't find out, from the clerk if they can discover who the court reporter is.
Okay.
There should be something, it should be listed on the file, because otherwise you won't get it. So what have you been up to?
I've been trying to resolve. Will still hasn't been proven.
Yeah.
I still can't get. Takes forever. So
Still need to take some time for you, you know?
actually, I need this time to keep my mind on it. The evenings are tough.
Yeah,
But this keeps me from going crazy.
yeah, staying busy.
Court reporter was Catalina Kerr.
Right.
I know who she is.
If you go to admin, the third floor, they'll be able to give you her information and where she is. Go to the third floor, administration for criminal division. So time you get off the elevator, yes, just go there and they'll be able to give you her information. And she's probably up there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll go back to get copies.
And then her a copy of that order too, so make an extra
Right.
copy. But she was talking to you.
I was just gonna.
Hello? Mhm. Okay, all right, I'll let them know. Goodbye.
I was trying to take those stuff before I came out, and then I was on that, and then the elevator was speaking for a while. It's like, oh. And it was
None of them has.
kind of.
Her and by telling me that an affidavit AMG would perhaps possibly. So it looks like as of right now, I. Yeah. Her position on it. Yeah, at least my. So, long story short, let's do this out.
Okay.
Really giving it our all.
Yes.
Judge, can I give you a couple of things? I guess. Yeah.
Daniel Durant. Why do I have this file? Daniel Durant,
It's
where is your client?
Right here, Judge. He's in the box.
All right, down. All right, Mr. Durant, today is your plea deadline date. Are you requesting a jury trial or accepting the state's offer?
Well, Judge, we didn't even.
I think there was an offer.
We didn't really discuss all that. I don't think we're gonna get it resolved today.
No, Mr. Durant, today is your plea deadline date, and I'm serious about the fact that I am not going to accept any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you're going to have to plea open to the court. So we're not going to do this thing where it's the day of trial, jurors are out in the hallway, and all of a sudden people see the light and they want to enter a plea. So today is the plea deadline date. So I need to know whether it's being accepted or rejected.
Give us a few more. Judge.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, let me shoot her. Your bottom set up.
Hello.
Morning, Judge. Mr. Indaldula is present, he's in custody. Apparently there was a at-large case that was indicted.
Mhm.
And there's no bond set on it. He hasn't been processed on it.
Mhm.
Seeing if the court would possibly set a bond on this case,
No,
on his name.
it needs to be referred to Judge Nahara
Okay,
and a motion needs to be filed.
even on the an indicted case?
Yes. Who's here? Raul Ramos.
Right here, Judge.
And where is Raul Ramos?
He is not here, Judge.
Oh, okay. And is he on the docket today?
He's not on the docket today.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 5311, State of Texas versus Raul Ramos Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
John Fettis for defense.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It's now 10:05 a.m. Deputy Lord, did you make an announcement for Mr. Ramos?
Yes, it's adjourned, and there is no answer.
All right,
Judge.
Judge, it wasn't on, I'm sorry, I thought I said that. It's not, it was not on today's docket.
oh wait, are people hearing? Did I not ask? Is this on the docket today? Did I miss that?
You did, Judge, and I swear I said, no, Judge, it was not on the docket.
No, you said, yeah, okay.
I wasn't here, so.
I apologize, Judge. I could swear, I could be wrong.
No problem. It's until Monday.
I believe he's in.
He is in custody.
All right, so why do I have this file?
Good. We hadn't agreed, he was a bond forfeiture. I spoke to the states preliminarily. I just got hired yesterday. Wanted to see the bond. We do agree on the bond. Wanted to see if I need to file a motion to get all that done, or just do it from the B page. I know it's up to you. I ask, can we do it, or do I need to file the motion?
I'll follow and we can have him brought over tomorrow.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was gonna do a forfeiture on top of a bond forfeiture.
Well, he's in custody, so that.
Hi, Mom. No. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think so. I think there's something with the Wi-Fi, whatever. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, Mom. Well, thank you very much. ASAP, Mom. Bye-bye. Deputy Mahia, you always have to answer when your mom calls.
Yeah. Oh, I. Straight to the top. Straight to.
Yeah.
Yes,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
So the state's gonna implement the conditions, they're gonna withdraw the NPR, they're gonna recommend ISF.
I'm gonna recommend what?
We're gonna go to ISF and get reevaluated for the next round.
Okay,
And I already spoke to him, it's an agreement, probation, just gonna talk to him to go over the.
all right.
conditions.
Well, as soon as we need the withdrawal, then we'll,
And may I be excused to Comal County? Do
uh, after they have him sign his conditions. All right, thank you. On this, they're not ready. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, yes. So Judge Nahara will handle that. Yeah, just hold on to him. And where is the attorney?
Downstairs to talk to you now.
All right, but we're supposed to be up here for discovery on his other cases. Do not transfer the inmate to Nahara until that attorney comes back here and we figure out whether or not he has all the discovery. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hello.
Your Honor, how are you?
All right. It's always good seeing you.
It's a pleasure. I love coming here.
Oh, thank you.
She got this really.
Okay. And where's Mr. Cox and his client? Who? Oh, he needs to be in the courtroom and he needs to be in this box. He was late. Is he outside in the hallway? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Do y'all need to call EMS or somebody for him? Okay, all right.
For Joe Ray. So good. That's such a country. Oh. That's. Oh, okay. Me too. That's not right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, why was your client late? Why were you late?
I was here.
No, you were not here because I called your name and you didn't answer. That's why there's an NP next to your name for not.
Oh, porque el abogado me llamó para el cuarto, me estaba explicando.
The lawyer called me to the room. He was explaining things to me.
De hecho, ya la vio usted que pasó en el pasillo con sus cosas. La
I-
saludé.
I actually saw you walk by in the hallway with your things and I said hi to you.
All right, you need to be in the courtroom at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Leal, your client needs to be in court at 9 a.m. when docket is called.
No, I apologize.
And are you appointed on this case?
Yes, sir.
All right, you filed a motion asking for extra hours,
Yes, sir.
but you didn't say any hours. You asked. And then the other thing, Mr. Leal, on your motion for additional funds for an investigator, there's no exhibit attached to it. It says see exhibit A and there's no exhibit A.
I haven't seen it. Maybe between the filing and all of that, it dropped off, but I thank you for it, Judge. I mean, it's not that.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's not on here. There is no exhibit A for the review.
Can get that to you ASAP this morning.
Okay. All right, and Ms. Ferguson, when is this case going to trial? It's been on the docket for a long time, it's 2019.
Next week.
All right, so it's next week for trial.
Yes, sir. Are we done with the ex parte motion? Because I have another issue.
Well, I don't have the exhibit. I can't give you with the investigator. I'll approve extra funding for investigator, but your motion says there's an exhibit attached and I don't have the exhibit to attach that you want me to see.
I can get that.
Okay, all right. What other issue?
Judge, we were here yesterday, if you can recall.
He's from.
Leon Valley. And that this is like 3.5-year-old case. Okay. About 3, 4
All right,
years.
let me stop you right there, Mr. Leo. Does this officer have the video?
He doesn't have it with him because he sent it over to the district attorney's office, and they migrated from their old system to a new system, and the old system where this video did not.
So here's my question. Where is this video? Is it here at the courthouse?
According to the officer, yes.
All right, so stay.
Your Honor, I walked in the middle of that and I heard something I don't know is accurate. So the officer, what he reported, different interpretations of what we heard him say. What I interpret it as is Leon Valley had a system with body cam and they switched over, and so they cannot access any previous body cam from the old system. And if they ever had it, he said he would have sent it with the initial filing of the case. So,
All right.
And I respectfully disagree with that.
All right, so here's the thing, this is what needs to happen, and I want everybody to hear me clearly. We'll need to have someone go and pick him up.
Can I interject real quick? I did not know that there was a combined hearing Saturday.
Well, no, he said he subpoenaed the officer today. If the officer is under subpoena to be here in court today, then he needs to be here in court today. If he was not subpoenaed by Mr. Leal to specifically be in court today, then he's not going to be in court today.
I believe he was subpoenaed for yesterday.
Yesterday, and I informed him, you're still under subpoena, and the judge reset the case for tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and he said, I'll be there.
All right, were you here yesterday, Mr. Leal?
I was here yesterday.
All right, and did you leave before the officer came?
I'm sorry?
Did you leave before the officer came?
No, ma'am. I talked to
He
the
was
officer.
here. We spoke to the officer together on the phone yesterday.
Okay. All right, is there anything else?
Judge, should I call the officer or?
Whoever wants the officer here, y'all need to pick up the phone, call them and see if they have the video. Your client wants to say something. Yes,
Sí, mire, yo le quiero explicar más o menos todo esto que está pasando.
yes, I want to explain to you all this which is happening.
Porque tengo oficial, información oficial.
Because I have official information. I'm all for hearing official information.
Okay. El supuestamente oficial que entrevistó primeramente a mi hija,
The supposed officer who initially interviewed my daughter,
ya no es oficial.
he's no
Porque
longer an officer.
lo agarraron, a lo que me dijo el abogado Albert Flores, tuvo crimen de drogas y
What Attorney Albert Flores told me, he was caught with drug problems and human trafficking. All right, so what do you want me to do with this information?
nada más quería yo darle esta información a usted porque el oficial que entrevistó a mi niña
I just wanted to-
ya no es oficial. Y aquí está.
Permítame. I just wanted to give you this information because the officer who interviewed my daughter is no longer an officer. All right, so here's the thing. This is either going to jury trial or it's not. I don't know. If it's going to jury trial, that may be something that may be pertinent for the jury to hear. But since you are doing a jury trial and not a bench trial, that is not something for me to hear at this part of the process.
Nada más era parte de información, dárselo a usted a saber.
It was just to give part of the information. All right, is this the officer who has the video, the officer who's no longer an officer?
If it's in existence, it would be stored in their system and the detective would have access, not necessarily the officer.
All right, so there we go. That's where we are.
Well, Judge, this officer whose name is Uciel Hernandez was the very first officer who interviewed the complainant.
Okay, so let me ask everybody this. And again, I speak to you with kindness and patience. As my grandmother would say, what does it have to do with the price of peaches? What do you all want me to do with this information that you're giving me? When I'm being told that he wants to go to jury trial, I'm being told that this officer, who I guess is an officer because allegedly he was caught with drugs, is not the person who has the video. Person who's alleged to have video, if this video is in existence, is an officer from Leon Valley who's not here today, who came yesterday. Is that what I'm hearing? So there's no need for anybody before me today and giving me information that's not pertinent for this hearing today, unless you want to do a bench trial and the state agrees to a bench trial, and then we can have this bench trial today. So what does everybody wish to do?
Judge, to remind the court that this officer was still under subpoena to appear on 9
Well,
o'clock.
that's what you all need to do. You all need to step back, get on the phone, call that officer and tell him he needs to be here. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this today. If the officer is under subpoena and he doesn't show up, and if you want to file a motion to have that officer attached and it is in proper format and it's presented to the court, then we will see about attaching that officer to have him here today. There is nothing else that I can do. All of the side information that everybody, an officer who may have been suspended for drugs, who is no longer there, I can hear that if you all want me to try the case for each trial. Otherwise, you all need to get on the phone, somebody, call that officer and have that officer come here and state. If you can go upstairs, if you have the video, please give that video to Mr. Leal. Is there anything else?
Yes, Judge, given this new development, I may be forced to file a motion.
You can file a motion for continuance. The court will hear this, but this is going to trial on the 9th. This has been on the docket since 2019. This case will not continue to be on this docket for another year and for another month. So again, somebody please, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not a defense attorney. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not going to pick up the phone and call that police officer. Somebody get on the phone, call that police officer. Again, if that police officer doesn't want to appear and doesn't want to follow through on your subpoena, if that subpoena has been properly admitted, if you want to file a motion to attach that officer, then the court will hear that.
Yes, Your Honor, and I already called him and he told me that he didn't know when he needed to show up because he was busy, basically.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Who's here on Alejo Aguirre? Thank you so much for coming. Yes, you may. Happy Tuesday. How do you say that in Spanish?
Feliz martes.
All right, I'm going to go with that. If we say it enough, it will be that. Oh, it is. Water? Wires. Oh, let me.
Water up there, Judge. Things have gone bad.
I don't see.
The wires are not.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. Okay, sure. It's Monday. Court is calling 2023 CR 2080B, State of Texas versus Alejo Aguirre. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Jesse Sepulveda for Alejo Aguirre.
All right, and are you Mr. Aguirre?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you reviewed with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Aguirre, application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
But we are, Your Honor.
Mr. Gary, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney?
Yes,
Did
Your
you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of theft 2,500 to 30,000 as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to need to speak up.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow the plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine? Will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the plea bargain agreement, there's a $500 fine to be probated. State recommends deferred education that would in consideration JN number 2112854. Did you understand that? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you a plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service, restitution, and CATS 1 and 2. Did you, those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No conflict, Your Honor.
State any evidence?
State offers State Exhibit 1 in all documents. No objection.
Mr. Gary, I'm showing you the document entitled Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Then state exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt and apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Respectfully, Judge, we're just asking you if you would grant my client his application for deferred. I believe he's got no priors. He's learned a valuable lesson and believe he'll be back here.
All right, what lesson have you learned?
Make sure it's, that, I make sure it changes before I attended to help anybody else, make sure I know all of the, everything's all the ongoing that are happening.
No, I mean, that's not what the police report says. I read the police report and the police report says that three subjects were loading wooden pallets. The subjects were identified, you and this Canales person and some unknown third suspect that fled the scene on foot. Jay Smith confirmed by he happened to be arriving on the property when he observed the subjects loading wooden pallets on the bed of the listed truck when he confronted them. After being confronted, the subjects put back the wooden pallets, but large metal materials were found on the bed of the truck. Jay Smith stated, Gary told him, I'm just trying to make some money. You know how it is. I then observed the bed of the listed truck that contained an electric motor, metal bracket, and 4 metal posts, miscellaneous metal scraps, and a long angle iron. So are you employed
Yes, Your Honor.
doing what?
I can't give her. Right. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
What do you do?
Caregiver, massage therapist.
Massage therapist.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So how do you go from massage therapist?
Your Honor, COVID, so everything kind of came to a halt.
No, you're telling me you're currently a massage therapist.
I am a licensed massage therapist, but ever since COVID hit, it went to almost zero.
And where were you a licensed massage
In
therapist?
Arizona,
I can't hear you.
in Arizona. I've been here for 2 years.
All right, could you please stop rattling the paper
Sorry.
because the court reporter can't hear?
I understand.
All right, so you're in Arizona, you're a licensed massage therapist, and then you come to Texas?
That's correct.
So what do you do for a living here in Texas? That's what I'm asking you about.
I'm taking care of my parents. They're disabled.
So you don't have a job.
It's considered a job, Your Honor.
Are you getting paid for the government by that?
No. Your Honor.
Then how are you making your money?
My parents, they pay me.
All right, that's going to stop. You're getting, will you please stop rattling it? Counsel, would you take the paper for him? I'm sure he may be a little bit nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I'm just,
Well, stop rattling the paper then. So you're getting a job. How old are you?
45.
Yes, you're not going to be living off your parents. You're getting a job.
I'm not living off of my parents. Your
Are
Honor.
they paying you?
It's very little, Your Honor, but I'm not living off of my parents, Your Honor.
Where are you staying? Who do you live with?
I have a roommate.
So how are you paying for where you live?
Scrapping, doing side jobs, landscaping.
Mhm. You're getting a real job. I'm not going to allow you to take money from your parents. That's
Oh.
not going to happen. You're 45 years old. If you're helping out guess what? If you're helping out your parents, then you don't take money from them.
I'm not, okay.
You just told me you received, did I not hear that right? Didn't he just, counsel, did he say he received money from his parents for taking care of them?
It's a very small amount, Your Honor.
All right, so you're not getting money from your parents anymore. I don't know. You're 45 years old. You need to support yourself. If you're helping, no, what's ridiculous is that you're 45 years old. You say that you're helping your parents, and actually your parents are paying you to take care of them. They shouldn't be giving you money. If you are helping your parents, you shouldn't be accepting money for them.
Your Honor, you asked me a question and you caught me off guard, so that was the answer that I gave you, Your Honor.
What, is it not true?
But no, because I feel like you're belittling.
No, is it not true? Is it not true that you're accepting money for them?
No, it's not.
So you don't accept any money from your parents?
Your Honor, what it is, I mean, literally less than $50. I mean, literally. I gave you that answer, but I wasn't expecting to be asked that question, Your Honor. Okay, but you're belittling me in front of this court, that you don't know me.
I know that you're 45 years old and that
Correct,
you
Your Honor.
say you're taking care of your parents.
Correct.
I
Your
know
Honor.
that you just pled to a theft case, so you were stealing. I know that you are getting money from your parents. You're going to job. So
I have
in
that.
this court,
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
you're not doing scrap metaling.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're getting a job with a paycheck. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you want to be disrespectful to the court, I can, and I'm sure your attorney told you that if need be, so that you can have an attitude readjustment, I can do as a condition of your probation, 180 days at the state jail facility, so you can see how the state jail facility is for a little bit. I don't know why people don't want to get jobs. That's how you support yourself. You're 45 years old. You're not a teenager. I have teenagers who come to court and they don't have jobs, and I require that they get jobs. So you're going to get a full-time job. So it's a $500 fine, probated, 2 years deferred education, proof of employment within 15 days, and it's going to be full-time employment. So that means 40 hours a week. If you need to get 2 part-time jobs to make 40 hours, then you get 2 part-time jobs. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Do you have any children? Do you have any children?
I have one child.
What are their ages?
He's 22.
All right, 120 hours of community service restitution, CATS 1 and 2. And CATS 1 and 2, my understanding, that's a program to tell people not to steal. Take in consideration JN number 2112854. I'm going to want a drug test today. If it's positive, is it going to be negative?
No, Your Honor.
All right, if it's positive, I'm going to want intensive outpatient treatment with probation and a TAP evaluation. If negative, I'm going to want regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Yes, here. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm sorry, one more thing I need to add to his conditions. There's to be no contact with showing you trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to your probation. We'll go over conditions with you, and you'll need a UA sample today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who's here on Xavier Garcia? Okay. Yes, all right, thank you. Xavier Garcia?
Morning, Your Honor.
And Deputy Laura, can you call IT down here? Because there's something wrong with the microphones. All right, what's happening with Mr. Garcia?
Your Honor, I believe we're going to ask for a reset. He picked up another case at the beginning of April or end of March. It's
And
still
what is this new
indicted.
case?
It's an assault of a pregnant person.
All right, and are you on that case, counsel?
We are not yet, Judge. He has appointed counsel to.
All right,
that
who's the
case.
appointed counsel?
Suzanne Kramer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Garcia, I need this recalled in 3 weeks, and I'll need his attorney who's appointed on the other case here as well. He's telling me it's Suzanne Kramer. Which date? 29th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, not to interrupt you, isn't that a holiday, for holiday, Memorial Day, the 29th?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Counsel, it's not the 29th. That's a holiday. Ms. Ferguson is in charge of the calendar. What date, Ms. Ferguson? Do it before. Ms. Ferguson, just put it the week of the May 22nd, please. All right, we're doing the 25th.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. Joseph Anzadul. All right, so on this case, there is a new case, the assault on a pregnant person, and it had discovery issues.
The assault pregnant person just got indicted, I believe.
So do you have the discovery on?
We just filed that notice of appearance today on that case.
Okay.
So, and then obviously he's taken into custody. We filed the motion to set bond, but we'll approach Judge Nahara.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Anzaldua, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, we'll see you back on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and state, you'll need to state on Anzaldua, you need to be prepared to make an offer on that new case, the assault on a pregnant person. Oh, he's gonna go to Nahara. All right, thank you. Release them till 1:30.
1:30?
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Bond, and I think he may be on deferred. We just need a bond. We're not ready to proceed on the actual MTR yet. I've not confirmed with the client, not ready for that. Just looking for a bond.
All right, Jill, Judge Nahara have to give you a bond, but this has been set since September 30th. So, Ms. Ferguson, I have this recalled in 2 weeks for a contested hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you conferred with the state over the allegations in the
Actually,
motion?
we have,
Okay,
and we're very far along.
okay. All right, we're coming back on May 18th for a
That's the one day I've got to be in Fort Stockton. Your Honor. I can take the 17th, I can take the 19th. Right. Can I have any other day besides the 18th, please?
Norman, can you put it on Monday, the 15th?
That'll work.
All right.
Monday, the 15th.
Yes.
Thank you.
You will. We will see you then. And that will be contested. Ms. Ferguson, give Mr. Zepeda the reset form, please.
I'm bringing you. Have a seat.
Who's here on Daniel Durand? plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Jerome, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. State in defense, if in your plea bargain agreement, if you can put count 2 paragraph, and if you all could initial it for me, please.
She will. Oh, sorry. But Mr. Duran.
No, you just need to initial it. Thank you. All right, according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 2, paragraph 1. Punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There is an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There are no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. And there's to be no contact with Alexandria Conde, C-O-N-D-E. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense,
Certainly.
state,
Yes, Your Honor.
and state, have you had contact with the complainant, and is the complainant aware of this agreement?
She is, Your Honor.
All right. Show you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, ma'am.
Then to paragraph 2, count 2, paragraph 1 in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Prison, give you credit for any time served. It's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's no contact with Alexandria Conde, C-O-N-D-E. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, ma'am.
Showing you what's titled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, And because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. I'm sorry, could I have that file back? Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I just want to make sure that I wrote on the docket sheet that there is an affirmative finding. All right. Affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. All right, we can go off the record. So I have a question for you. I think but when you go to prison, you need to think about why you're there. And when you get out, you need to change things. Otherwise, you're going to wake up and find that you spent a majority of your life at somebody's jail or somebody's prison with somebody telling you every single moment of your day, what time to get up, what you're eating, when to go to bed. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
To you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Can you meet us? appointment and then what?
I don't know if you know that we set up a Zoom system where defense attorneys can visit by Zoom.
Mhm.
Well, they called and said, hey, there's too many Alberts, you're using all the computer monitors this afternoon, so we're gonna have to cancel your visits. I had about 6 of them scheduled, so.
Well,
Anyway,
next time, I mean, call the administrative judge, but we're not using Zoom at the jail. So it wasn't the 187.
no, they wasn't the one who said it, apparently.
All right, so if there's an issue with speaking with him, let the court know. And then what we can do is we will have him brought over.
Okay,
All right, is there anything else?
that'll do.
Miss- Mr. Branch, anything else?
No,
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Imano Ramirez Laura. Ramirez Laura, where is this person?
Yesterday, and you asked me to call this.
Thank you. All right, could I have a prosecutor, please?
Thank you.
Court is calling 2023 CR 2284, State of Texas versus Emmanuel Ramirez Laura. Can I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Lindsay Shaw for the state.
Defense?
Leslie Sahanovich for the defense.
All right, this hearing was scheduled yesterday at 9 a.m. The defendant was a no-show. So the court asked that it be recalled today to hopefully maybe the defendant will show. This hearing is at 9 a.m. and it is now 11:30 a.m. and the defendant is not present. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, I did, Your Honor, and there's no one in the hallway.
Defense, have you had contact with your client?
I have not, I have called, and I've had no response.
State
This one, Judge, we would ask for a bond forfeiture.
be granted. Your client is remanded without bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good one.
You have a great day.
All right, you too.
Yes.
Hi, how are you doing? Oh, great. I cannot complain. Well, see, now it's going to happen.